Hey everyone! Today, we're going to tackle that one thing that probably stresses out a lot of creators in India, the US tax form from Google AdSense. Let's break it down step by step so you can keep more of the money you've worked so hard for.
So if you've logged into AdSense lately, you've definitely seen this notification pop up. It looks super official, maybe a little intimidating, and your first instinct might be to just click it away and deal with it later. But trust me, that is the last thing you want to do, and you're about to see exactly why.
Because this number, 24%, this is how much Google could be forced to deduct from your total worldwide earnings if you don't fill out that form. And yeah, you heard that right, not just your US earnings, all of it. So let's really dig into this 24% problem first and get a crystal clear picture of what's actually at stake if you just, do nothing.
And just so we're clear, this isn't Google trying to be difficult. This is a direct requirement from the U.S. Internal Revenue Service, the IRS. They have a rule that says Google must withhold taxes from every creator on the planet unless you prove who you are and where you're from with the right tax info.
Let's make this real for a second. Imagine you earn 1 lakh rupees this month. Look at this chart. Without that form, a massive 24,000 rupees, poof, gone before it even has a chance to hit your bank account. That is a huge chunk of your income just vanishing into thin air. Okay, so that was the scary part. But here is the really, really good news. There's a powerful fix for this, and it's specifically for creators in India. It's called the India-US Tax Treaty. And believe me, it completely flips the script. Just look at the difference here. On the left, that's the penalty for ignoring the form. But on the right, that's the power of the tax treaty. By filling out the form correctly, you change the whole game. Instead of a flat 24% on everything, you pay a much smaller rate, around 15%. And, this is the best part, only on the money you earn from US viewers. So in our 1 lakh example, your tax bill could drop from a painful 24,000 all the way down to just 3,000. And this, right here, is the most important part. You have to claim it. This amazing tax break isn't automatic. You have to actively raise your hand and tell Google, hey, I'm in India and I'm eligible for this treaty. So let's walk through exactly how to do that. All right, this is the hands-on part, and I promise it's way easier than it sounds. We're going to break it down into a few simple steps, and you can get this down right after you finish watching.
Okay, so one of the first things you'll see is a box asking for your TIN. That just stands for Tax Identification Number. This is where a lot of people get stuck, but for creators in India, the answer couldn't be simpler.
Seriously, that's it. No special US number, no new forms to fill out. Your TIN is just your PAN number, the one you already have on your PAN card. You just type that number right into the box. Easy, right? Next up, which form do you pick? Well, for pretty much everyone watching, if you're an individual YouTuber, a blogger, a creator, you're going to choose the form called W-8BEN. The other one, W-8BEN-E, is for registered businesses or companies. So for you, it's almost certainly W-8BEN.
So here's the whole process laid out. You just log into AdSense, head over to your payments info, and find the settings for US tax info. From there, you pick that W-8BEN form, type in your PAN where it asks for the TIN, and this is super important, make sure you click through until you find the section to claim the treaty benefits with India. Once you've checked that box, you just hit Submit.
Now, as you're filling it out, pay close attention here. You'll be asked about your income types. To get that sweet, reduced rate on your YouTube ad money, you have to select Other Copyright Royalties. And if you also have a website or a blog with AdSense on it, you'll want to select Services too. Ticking these boxes is what makes sure all your hard work is covered correctly under the treaty. Okay, so you know the steps. Now let's talk about the little tripwires. The small, easy-to-make mistakes that can get your form rejected. Getting this right the first time is going to save you a ton of headaches. You want to steer clear of these red flags. I mean, simple stuff like a typo in your PAN or completely forgetting to claim the treaty benefits can cause problems. But the number one reason forms get rejected, by far, is the name mismatch. This is so important. The name in your AdSense payment profile needs to match the name on your PAN card exactly. I'm talking letter for letter. No nicknames, no variations. Look at this example. AdSense says Rahul Kumar, but the PAN card says Rahul K. Sharma. That tiny little difference, that's enough for the system to automatically reject it. So after you hit Submit, head back to that tax info section in your AdSense account. What you're hoping to see is that beautiful green approved status. If you see declined or it's stuck in review for a long time, it probably means there was a mismatch. Google might then ask you to upload a photo of your PAN card or passport just to verify everything.
All right, we've covered the why and we've covered the how. Let's put it all together in one final simple action plan so you can knock this out the minute we're done here.
Here it is, your simple checklist. Make sure it's form W-8BEN. Use your PAN for the TIN. Double, triple check that your name is a perfect match. Claim that treaty benefit. Then submit and check for that approved status. That's literally it. That's all it takes to save yourself a ton of money.
And just a quick heads up, this isn't something you do once and forget about forever. When you submit the form, it's typically valid for the rest of that year, plus 3 more full years. So if you do it now in 2024, you're all set until the end of 2027. You'll just need to renew it before it expires.
And finally, a word about timing. To make sure your tax info gets processed for this year, it's always a good idea to submit it well before things get crazy at year-end. A good rule of thumb is to get it done before December 10th. Whatever you do, don't leave it to the last minute. And this is what it's all for. This is the difference that 10 minutes of your time makes. That tiny little sliver is the tax you pay. And the rest, that huge chunk, that's your payout. It's the money that goes right where it belongs, in your pocket.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Taking a few minutes to fill out this form can save you 21,000 rupees on every single lakh you earn. You did the work, you made the content, you earned that money. So why on earth would you just give it away?